March 2025 just gave us the lowest recorded number of detached home sales in the last 10 years. So what's going on? Is it the tariffs? Is it the upcoming election? Or is it just fear in the market? The truth is, the Abbotsford real estate market isn't bad as the stats suggest, but it's not rosy as those on the internet make it seem either. In this video, I'm breaking down the recent stats for all three property types, and we'll talk about where the Abbotsford real estate market might be headed next. My name is Dhindsa, and I'm an Abbotsford realtor. If this is your first time on our channel, please go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe button so we can keep bringing more valuable content like this to you. If you want to book a meeting with my team, click the first link in the description below. Let's talk about the East Abbotsford Detached market. The East Abbotsford Detached market represented a high balanced market at 20%, days on market were 33, and the months of inventory is at 4.1. This is what I can tell you about the East Abbotsford Detached market, folks. If you look at the East Abbotsford market over the last, let's say 16 months, you'll notice for the most time, the East Abbotsford Detached market was in a seller's market, and it recorded the highest number of sales for majority of last year and this year. What this means, folks, is detached homes that are priced well, that show well, are selling and moving. Another thing is, overall, this area remains highly desirable. There was just a recent listing here in East Abbotsford that just got listed, and it was a home that I showed to my buyers. And when we got to the home, there was a lineup through the door. And obviously, one of the main reasons why there was a big lineup for buyers to get into this home was that it was priced sharp. Next, let's talk about the general Abbey Detached market. The Abbey Detached market in March represented a balanced market. Average days on market were 13 and months of supply is at 7. As I've talked about in my previous video, the reason why the overall supply of Abbey Detached homes is high is because there's that high number of tenanted properties for sale, and for a number of reasons they're not selling. I'm not going to talk about that in this video, but you can click the video above where I talk about why tenanted properties aren't selling. Another reason why the inventory is quite high is because homes are overpriced and they're sitting on the market longer and longer. Recently, I was at a listing presentation and the sellers asked me, Gary, we noticed there's a lot of homes for sale in our area, and one of the things that we keep noticing is that these homes stay on the market longer and longer. And why is that? And I explained to them that, hey, in average, homes in your area are selling typically in 13 days if they're priced right and they show well. But if homes are sitting on the market for, let's just say, 60 to 90 to 6 months on the market, there's generally two reasons. The home is overpriced, or the second reason might be it's a tenanted property. What this means is that if you are thinking about listing your home this spring, you need to do your homework in terms of getting your home ready for the market. Not only that, folks, but you need to list it at market value. As a buyer, you have more inventory to choose from and pick the right home that works for you and your family. Next, let's talk about the Abbey Townhome market. The Abbey Townhome market also represented a balanced market at 17.7%. Days on market were 20 and months of inventory is around 5 months. Historically, folks, there's been low inventory for quality Abbey Townhomes on the market. One last thing to note, folks, is for Abbey Townhome markets and the Abbey Detached market, the number of new listings actually increased in March in comparison to February. For the Abbey Detached market, there was 170 new listings in March, and that's up from 153 in February. The number of sales for the Abbey Detached market in March were also up. Abbey Detached sales were up from 51 in March, up from 46. For the Abbey Townhome market, the number of new listings in March was at 72, up from those 45 in February. The interesting thing about the Abbey Townhome market was there were 23 sales in February and only 22 in March. So the sale numbers did not increase. Next, let's talk about the Abbey condo market. The Abbotsford condo market represented a balanced market at 13.8%. The average days on market was 18 and months of supply is sitting at 5. So if you're a homeowner and you're thinking about listing your 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom condo, one of the key things that we're noticing in this market is the marketing strategy, what you list your home at, matters. Another thing is the most active group of buyers that we're noticing in the Fraser Valley real estate market is first-time home buyers. Next, if you are a seller and you're getting ready to list your home this spring, here are a couple of things that you can consider doing. First is list your home when it's vacant. Don't sell it tenanted. The second thing is do a deep clean of your home. That means doing a deep clean of the kitchen counters, fridge, oven, the bathrooms, etc. The third thing is doing any minor repairs that are needed. The fourth thing is decluttering and doing a deep clean of the home of all unnecessary stuff that you don't need. And one of the best things that you can do for extra stuff is put it in storage. And I always get asked by sellers is, hey, should we do any major renovations before we list? And most of the time I'll reply to their question by saying no. But if you are thinking of doing one of the most economical upgrades to your home is doing a fresh coat of paint. What we've noticed in our business over the last 2 weeks is buyer activity has actually picked up. We're noticing a higher number of showings, a higher number of attendance and people coming to our open houses. And it's for one of two reasons. Buyers that were waiting on the sidelines have realized that, hey, you know what? The person down south, Trump, can't make up his mind for what he really wants to do with tariffs. And this is the new world. And they kind of want to take advantage of the local market conditions. The second thing is we're noticing more of our clients that are getting pre-approved to purchase their first home, or in general, people want to enter the market. The second thing is my team and I were getting ready to list more homes, but sellers for whatever reason have pushed their decision to list their home later this spring. And that's something that I'm noticing with other homeowners as well. So what we could see is a slow start to spring, but a strong finish as we enter the summer and past the post-election results, which might give people a clear idea and direction of where the country is headed. At the same time, it's still very hard to say what direction the Abbey real estate market will head over the next 30, 60, 90 days because of all the uncertainty with tariffs and the elections. Let me know in the comments below if you're thinking of either selling or buying. What is your overall thought or sentiment of the Abbotsford real estate market? Do you still have questions about how to prepare your home for sale? Click the video on the side because I'm going to walk you through a checklist of different things that you could do to get top dollar for your home. If you like today's video, please go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe button. I'm Gary Dhindsa, and we'll see you next week.